if English is your second language and you want to write, well, you must have good grammar. Not because you need to write like a native, but because you want to be respectful for your reader. So you want your reader to understand you. But I know that if you are in the process of developing your grammar, then you might feel that your grammar is not good enough, that you make mistakes, that you don't know the rules, you don't know how to write like other more proficient writers, and the result may be that you don't write, or there is this kind of resistance or even anxiety, writing anxiety. Actually, this is well documented in the English language teaching industry, literature. It's called writing anxiety. So you don't write because you feel too anxious, and you have this fear about making mistakes. I can tell you what I did. What did I do to improve my grammar? My grammar isn't perfect, of course, but I worked a lot on my written grammar, and I can tell you what I did. The first thing that I did was to fall in love with grammar. I know this is a stupid way of, it's not the most useful tip, because I cannot help you fall in love with English grammar. You either fall in love with something or not. But I was very interested. I was very curious about how English worked or works. So what did I do? I bought a book, a simple grammar book where I could do exercises, boring exercises. So, and I've got the book here, English Grammar in Use. This is the book that I used a lot. This is the intermediate version. But this is just one of the many, many books that you can find about grammar. And I treated this book as if, like, to me, it was like doing crosswords. If you like doing something, if you enjoy doing something, it becomes easier to do that thing. So I really loved doing grammar exercises on the page, like on paper. If you buy these kind of books, you have one page where you have all the explanations, all the rules, all the examples, and on the other page you have the exercises. And it's divided, these books normally are divided into units. For example, one unit here is question tags. Another unit is the passive. Another unit is must, mustn't, needn't, may and might. All these, verb plus ing. Well, you've got all the grammar here. It's in a book. You can buy one and do one page a day, one page a week, up to you. But this is one way I improved my grammar, by studying it. Because you can study the grammar. You can. There are rules that you can read. I would read grammar books, grammar explanations in the toilet while doing number 2 in the toilet. And it was just fun to read for me. This is one way I improved my grammar. Another way was to listen to how people express themselves. And I talk about this in my book, In Any Language You Want. I listened a lot. I paid close attention to how people express themselves. And this helped me improve my grammar, even my written grammar, because when you're learning a language, it's not just, it's the 4 skills, reading, listening, speaking, and writing, are not separate compartments. One skill, if you develop one skill, that process of developing that skill helps you develop another skill. So the more you listen, the more you might find, I don't know how your brain works, but usually the more you listen, the more your speaking will, the more you listen, the more you develop your speaking. In general, okay, this is not, it's not scientifically proven. I'm not here to bring the science into this, but this is to say that the different skills are not different section in your brain, but by doing one thing, by doing grammar exercises, you will improve your writing subconsciously. It happens subconsciously. The same is true for reading. When you read, I find that reading a lot helps you write better. It happens subconsciously. I don't know why. I must have studied it at some point in my language teaching training that I did. But don't treat grammar or writing as one isolated skill. Of course, the more you write, the more you study grammar, the more you will improve. But also doing other things, listening, speaking, reading, that helps you with your written grammar as well. Not as much as writing, doing like some specific skill work on writing, but it helps. So, surrounding myself, exposing my brain to a lot of English, that helps. That helped me, at least. And what else did I do? Okay, reading. Reading helped me a lot. Reading, and even not just reading passively, and by reading passively I mean just reading to enjoy the story, but also that helps as well, but also stopping and analyzing a sentence. And by analyzing a sentence, is just, you read that sentence and you deconstruct it. So you see, okay, this is the subject, this is the verb, this is the rest of the sentence. So you look closely at what you're reading. And this, of course, if this bores you, if this is like, oh my goodness, I don't want to do this. Well, I encourage you to try, first of all, and I encourage you to try again if it bores you. And if you discover that this is absolutely so boring, it's something that you don't want to do, well, don't do it, okay? As always, you do what works for you. And I'm here to tell you what worked for me. But what worked for me, I make these videos just to, give you some suggestions, just to help you find your way. I don't know your way. I don't know the right way. I know what worked for me, and I'm here to share this. So, number one, what did I say? I said studying grammar. I loved studying grammar. Number two, listening closely and exposing my brain to input, to the language. And number three, what did I say? I can't remember. Number three, oh my God, what was number three? Yes, analyzing sentences. Look closely at what you read. Read a lot, especially read what you want to write. Okay, if you want to write a story, a fictional story, well, then you have to read fiction. Not you have to, but it's a very good idea to read fiction. So reading helped me, not with my pronunciation, but with writing for sure. And what else can you do? Well, this is true for anything you want to learn, but you won't improve your grammar by thinking that you're not good enough, that your grammar is terrible, that you make mistakes. By, if you keep telling yourself that you're terrible, well, then you start believing that you're terrible, and it's very it might be very hard to break that story that you keep telling yourself. So if instead you say, okay, I'm here, I want to improve my grammar, I might take a course, I might do something that will help me improve, with the goal of, at some point, having the best grammar I could possibly have. That's another mindset. It's a totally different way of looking at things, because if you look at things from using negative self-talk, well, then of course you're terrible. Then of course you don't feel adequate. Of course you don't want to do the thing. Just take it easy. Take it easy. Find a way to take it easy, and find a way to enjoy it. But your grammar will not improve by not doing the thing. And by doing the thing, I mean doing what works for you. So you have to put in the work. I'm sorry, there are no shortcuts. There are no magic pills. There are no magic solutions. I hope this is helpful. I hope that these stories, these suggestions may help you. And if they do, I'm glad. Teach someone else. Go teach someone else what worked for you. Because this is how this is how you also teach yourself. Because right now, by doing this video, I'm teaching myself as well. Because I'm trying to discover what I did to learn grammar, and by explaining it to you, I'm reinforcing the knowledge that I have about myself. I could even write about it now. I could do something with this knowledge. I think I went off topic here, but if you're here at minute 12, probably you don't mind watching me or listening to me rambling about these things. Okay, I'll close it now. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Sorry, I've got some guests, exciting guests, We're going to talk about writing, and I think you will like my next guest. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.